Mayor for Communications, Fabian Levy.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming. I want to thank you all for being here tonight to celebrate our second Persian New Year at Gracie Mansion. While the New Year was actually last week, what kind of Persian party isn't a little late, so. I want to thank Betty for being a force in the community and working so hard on tonight's event. Please show some love for Betty. Thank you to the Mayor's Office of Special Projects and Community Events for helping put this reception together. And thank you to everyone here, our community leaders, our advocates and guests for coming out tonight to celebrate Nowruz. It's a particular honor for me to be standing on this stage this evening because growing up, I never thought I would be here. My father was born in Iran. My mother was born in Iraq. The two met in Tehran 50 years ago and moved here in search of the American dream. They worked hard. They struggled to get by, but despite the challenges we faced, they always honored our community and our culture. As a kid, they taught me to speak Farsi. At the same time, they taught me to speak English. But when I started elementary school, the school claimed English was my second language, and they placed me in English as a second language, ESL. My parents clarified that English was not my second language, but the school argued no child could learn two languages at the same time. Sadly, it was only once I forgot Farsi that the school realized it was unnecessary for me to be in ESL and moved me into a class with native English speakers. Several decades later, that memory stays with me. I was taught to forget the language to fit in. We don't want that for our students today. We want them to build a bright future as New Yorkers, even as they value their culture and their community. We want them to be able to see themselves as New Yorkers, as Americans, as leaders. Growing up, I never saw anyone of Persian descent elected or appointed to office here in America. I remember friends when I was a kid, even some family members, laughing at the dreams of a young kid serving in the leadership of government. But 3 decades later, because of the resolve of my parents, because of the courage of our community, because of the leadership and opportunity of Mayor Eric Adams, I have the honor of serving as deputy mayor in the greatest city in the world. And now, standing on this stage, I have the privilege of saying to all of you, Nowruz Mubarak. When the mayor interviewed me for this role, he asked about my family. He wanted to know their story. He wanted to know my own. For the mayor, diversity is not an afterthought. It's an essential part of what makes our city great. It's at the heart of the work of our administration and everything we're doing every day. This is evident in the team he's built, the policies he's pursued, and this month, in this celebration here at Nowruz. This month, hundreds of millions of people around the world are celebrating Nowruz. They're cleaning their homes, welcoming in the spring, and arranging their hafsin. They're saluting a new season of hope, unity, and renewal. That is the story of this celebration, and it's the story of this city. Over the past 2 years, we've helped rebuild our economy. We've brought crime down, and we've taken new steps to clean up our streets. But as we turn towards our future, we're not stopping there. We are transforming our public schools to ensure that every student, no matter what language they speak, gets the first-rate education they deserve. We're fighting the inequities in our economy to ensure that every person, no matter what neighborhood they live in, can find a job and support their family. And we're reinvesting in the working class people who built this city, who made it great so that everyone, I mean everyone, can make it here, just like so many of our parents and grandparents did. So now it is my pleasure to introduce the person who's leading the way and making all this happen, the 110th mayor of the city of New York, Mayor Eric Adams.
Thank you. Powerful, really powerful story that Fabian shared. And you know, if you were to close your eyes and listen to the story, you'll have a real challenge in identifying what particular group you're talking about, because the common thread that runs through all of our journeys and communities is the fact that we came here with a dream in mind. And I remember that when the two of us were sitting down talking and the decision was made to make him the first deputy mayor, all I thought about is, the guy is good. Guy works hard throughout the year when we first came in office, all throughout the night we responded to crises. But little did I know as he sat down and told me that we never had anyone of Persian ancestry that was the deputy mayor in the city of New York and shaping our entire communication network. And it's one thing to be the deputy mayor in a city somewhere, but he's the deputy mayor in the greatest city on the globe. That means something, because when he was elevated to that position, your entire culture was elevated as well. And when we had the first Nowruz celebration here, never before in the history of this city, that's what diversity does. It brings everyone at the table, and it prevents anyone from being ignored by being at the table. Your voices are being heard. You have an opportunity to ensure that you contribute and participate in the greatness of this city. And I was hanging out the other day. Why don't you come and join us, Gracie? I was sitting here talking to Gracie. Let's show them our shoes. And, Gracie is doing a book report. And his dad said Gracie's doing a book report of the mayor. But in that book report, he's going to have to acknowledge the fact that history was made with the first Persian deputy mayor. That must be included, because if you don't write your story, someone would distort your story. And as a writer, you must ensure that you include the history that you are making and the history that the first Persian deputy mayor has made. And I want us to pause for a moment, because yesterday we had the unfortunate tragedy of losing a young Jonathan. Jonathan Dillard was a police officer that was taken from us prematurely. And it just shows why our pursuit of ensuring our city is safe, as we look at our men and women of Persian descent who are part of the New York City Police Department. There's something special when you put on that uniform and you make the determination to run towards danger to protect the people of this city. And so if we could just take a moment and reflect on Jonathan's life and his commitment with a moment of silence, I'll appreciate that. Thank you. We're going to continue to stand in solidarity with our men and women of law enforcement agencies throughout the city. And we're going to increase the rank of those who are from your community to be a part of our law enforcement community. We were committed to providing safety in the city. I say it over and over again, it's a prerequisite to our prosperity, public safety. But as I marched, and I believe I was the first mayor to march in the Persian Day Parade, I was hanging out. I was hanging out with my girl, Betty. Come on up, Betty. This was actually born at the parade. We said that I want to host the men and women from your community to come here and spend time in Gracie Mansion and make sure that you know that you acknowledge and celebrate it. So I say to you today, Nowruz Mubarak, And it's a real honor to celebrate for the second time here at Gracie Mansion. As long as I'm mayor, we're going to continue to lift up the community and celebrate. Our city is a combination of old and new. As I saw one of the attires here, someone was dressed in a traditional Persian attire. I know I saw when I came in. You know, the ancient traditions stretching back thousands of years mixed with new ambitions and dreams. When you look at the rich history of your community and what it represents, I remember reading a book, The Epic of Gilgamesh, many years ago. You know, you have a rich history, early writings, early artifacts. There's so much you have to contribute, not only to New York City, but to mankind. We appreciate your heritage, your delicious food, and your commitment to making the city better. You contribute so much in every day. And I'm going to say to you and charge you, lift your voices, be known. The American dream is never in the shadows. People need to know the contribution that you do to the city. Have your own T-shirt. I'm Persian, and this is what I contribute to the economic of this city. You have so much to offer, and if you don't tell your own story, someone would distort your story. We need to know the Persian story in this city. And every day we are committed on delivering the promises that we gave New Yorkers when I ran for office. New York City is an amazing place. We even have a real giant, Leela Banzog. She is small in stature, but huge in obligation and responsibility. She's a proud Persian American, but our city's first executive director of housing. She's not here today, so we're going to eat her portion of baklava, you know, and enjoy it. And so I say to you, thank you so much for what you do to the city of New York and what you contribute to do every day. All the different groups and families that are here, all the groups and families that are here from different parts of your community. And I wanted to really list some of them that is here that my staff gave us from Afghanistan, Azerbaijan, Kurdistan, okay, Uzbekistan, and many other regions. You know, Happy New Year's, Happy Nowruz. Let's continue to celebrate the greatness of the city and the greatness of your culture and the greatness of your community. And I want to give a citation. You going to help me, Gracie? Give a citation to my good friend Betty, real pioneer. Whereas on this festive occasion, I'm pleased to recognize the tremendous contribution that Betty has made for the past decade. She has served as a board member and director of communication for New York City's annual Persian Day Parade on Manhattan's Madison Avenue. Betty was born and raised in Tehran, the capital of Iran, until the age of 12, after which she attended boarding school in Wales. She then came to New York to study chemistry at Manhattan College and went on to earn a master's degree in business administration from Long Island University College, and went on to earn a master's degree in business in Long Island College, and went to earn a master's in real business. That's a duplicate line. That's why I'm reading it twice. For more than 20 years, she advanced her vital healthcare sector as a successful marketing and sales representative for technology and pharmaceutical companies. And she currently strengthens our economy through her work as an entrepreneur and real estate agent. We go on and on and on, but we just have to say we love you, we thank you, continue to lift up our community. I, Eric Adams, Mayor of the City of New York. She dubbed me Fabian's the first Persian deputy mayor, but she dubbed me the first Persian mayor.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You'll grab this. Thank you. Thank you very much. Whew. Okay. Wow, this is a surreal moment for me, and I'm shaking, I'm emotional. Lots of emotions are running through my heart and my head and my soul right now, so just bear with me as I get through this. Thank you, Mayor Adams, for this amazing honor. It is truly a privilege to serve the Persian community as a Westchester district leader, liaison to the Persian Day Parade, and advocate working to preserve and elevate our culture across all industries and boroughs. I am truly appreciative of this recognition, to know that my work as a volunteer has been impactful and that my efforts to bring the celebration of Nowruz to all New Yorkers has been successful is humbling. It has been an exciting and rewarding journey to partner with Mayor Adams' administration, and we welcome you here at Gracie Mansion for our second annual event. It means that the power of the Persian community in New York is alive and well. Let's hear it, let's hear it. Where are my Persians? Thank you, Mayor Adams, for seeing and celebrating the rich, diverse residents of our great city. We have arrived. New York is a great melting pot, probably the most successful humanitarian project in the history of mankind, a place where people from all around the world live side by side, striving to live in peace and harmony and to find their purpose in the pursuit of happiness. Let us all work together to strengthen our democracy, as there is power in unity and community. Let's hear it. Together, we can build a stronger community for the betterment of our city, state, and country. We still have work to do to break many barriers and make a difference. But I know that together with the Adams administration, we will lead our city forward. I want to extend a special thank you to the Office of the Mayor and all the staff behind the scene, volunteers and partners who made today's event possible. It has been an honor to work with each of you. I would like to express my gratitude to our partners for today's event. So as I call you out, please raise your hand. The Iranian American Society of New York and its president, Mr. Ali Reza Hedayati. Where are you? Ravaq Persian Grill and its owner, Mr. Masoud Tehrani. Is he here? Delicious food, right? We got great food. Mr. Rotimi Akinoye of Bedwine for his magnificent wine selection. Our magical singer, who you met already, Miss Donna Pesapar. I don't know where she went. Okay. The lovely performance by Dance of Persia and its founder, Miss Leila Montazami. She's right there. And the beautiful Nowruz have seen spread, which I hope you all stop by to see, by Miss Aida Izzatpana of Mazan Amadis and Miss Roshanak Yusafian of Papili Patisserie. You saw them before. And in closing, I hope to see you all at the Persian Day Parade. Yes. Persian Mayor here, third time. By the way, this is our 20th year anniversary, and I've been a director of public relations and communications for Persian Prince since 2010. He is the only mayor that has ever attended. So, I hope to see you all at the Persian Day Parade on April 21st at 11:30 a.m. on 38th Street and Madison, and also at next year's Nowruz event. Thank you for joining us, and Nowruzatun Mubarak.